turned his life around and he stopped drinking. And so since you don't remember, it's like trying to remember some of the lyrics where they're before you stop to think, oh baby, let's have one more drink. And if you say you're in, go on and take a swig. I'll put a nail in your coffin, you'll never see it coming. So so basically if you listen to the song and you listen to the lyrics, I mean, everything will tell you. I reference drinking in it, so in a roundabout way, that's kind of, I wanted to keep it broad so it could I could relate to more people, but that's who that song's about.
Well, before we get into your second song, talk about, other than music, talk about what you got going on as far as movies. And if you want to elaborate.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Okay, so honestly, I have a few different side gigs, right? But I was trying to find a way to do something that I wanted to do that was fun, that I could make extra money doing. And I rover too, and I love dogs, don't get me wrong, but rovering can be so difficult sometimes because you're watching other people's dogs and you don't know what kind of dog, how they're going to be, you know?
Yeah. So rovering is like where you have dogs come to your house or something?
Yeah, or you go to their house and dogs sit their house, but literally it's not like, that's not my ideal job. Like, I don't want to be a rover sitter the rest of my life. It's just like a side gig, you know? So as I'm thinking about this, because I have a lot of medical issues going on, and I'm getting to a point now where I'm in a pretty good spot just because I switched over my insurance and it covers all of it now. But back, just recently, like a handful of months ago, I didn't have the same insurance. So I was trying to figure out, okay, a lot of my money goes to all these medical bills, and I really wanted to record my next album. But music's expensive. If you're in the music industry, you know it's real. You just don't have music. You have music videos, you have your PR, you have your merch and all the background stuff that you work on and promote that people don't really think about, But I didn't have the funds to actually go into the studio, so I'm thinking, okay, what can I do? So I saw a posting for Denver, like a fashion show in Denver, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? I'm just gonna try. I didn't expect anything of it. And I went to the tryouts, and it was like a 2-hour long audition, and I got in, and so I'm gonna do the fashion show, by the way, in June. It's the day after my birthday, June 27th. So I'm excited. But then that kind of like snowballed into like what I'm doing now. So then I'm like, well, shit. Well, I'm just gonna keep trying and see what happens. Yeah. Like you never know until you do it. You know. Sure. Yeah. So I started jumping on and just doing some research, and then I jumping into these casting calls, and they're not specifically geared towards like movies or anything that are being filmed in Colorado or commercials or whatever, but all around like any state in the U.S., right? So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna apply and see what happens. Well, first of all, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. This is a means for me. I'm like, well, they pay you actually pretty decent money to do these gigs. It depends on the gig, but they pay you. So, and this is my opportunity. I'm like, well, shit, if they're gonna pay me, I'm gonna just save all this money up from these extra modeling and like acting gigs and put it towards my album in the studio. That's what's gonna pay for my studio time and my album. So I start doing these, and I didn't know what I was doing at first, so then going back to that, I actually Googled, like, I was doing research, Googled what I needed to do for, like, specific things, so I made a portfolio, which is actually up there, I made a comp card, I created a resume specifically for it. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, your regular work resumes are a lot different than your acting or your modeling resumes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And it's even the format's different. You add, just everything about it is different. So I really had to kind of like research and what I needed. So after I created all that, I got my shit together, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go for it and audition. So I started auditioning, and I started getting these roles, and I did not expect to get them. It was literally just for extra cash, and one thing just led to another, and it really did just snowball from there. And now I just got done. I filmed a movie called Still Pitching yesterday, Friday. I did that, and it was so fun. The cast was great. The director was super cool, and that makes all the world of a difference too, because whether it depends on who you're working with, how the vibe goes on set and everything. But yeah, I'm going to Atlanta next week on the 26th. I'm going to be there for a little bit to film another movie called Julius, and if you guys. So Still Pitching will be out. It's scheduled to release July 1st this year. Julius, I don't know if it has does it have? I don't know I don't remember if it has an exact date, but they're still filming both movies, but Julius is going to be released in 2021. But Julius will be in the Sundance Film Festival, and they've got a lot of big things going on with that, so I'm excited because the Sundance Film Festival, if you don't know anything about that, it's in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I get 2 free tickets to that, so it's gonna be so fucking weird seeing myself on the big screen up there. I'm like, it's gonna be weird, but at the same time, like, this is so rad.
Yeah, and watching yourself like with other people.
Yeah, well, they give me 2 free tickets so I can take one other friend. So I think my friend Matt's gonna go with me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Does Matt have a song?
Does Matt have a what?
Did you write a song about Matt?
No, Matt's like one of my best friends. Yeah, we're kosher. No, that's the only thing. If you hurt me or do me wrong, I'm probably gonna write a song about you. Sorry, Taylor, but I'm older, so I'm gonna claim it first.
Matt, if you're listening, stay out of the murder songs. Stay away from them.
Alright, so let's get into your second song, Hello Stranger. Tell us about that song.
Yeah, so this song is so it's an acoustic. I haven't recorded the song yet, but I was telling you guys earlier, I have plans to start my pop album first and then my soul pop album. So Hello Stranger will be a track on the soul pop album. But it's about, I'm so glad you asked. I'm rolling my eyes. Of course you would. So now if he listens to this interview, he's gonna know before we're recording it's about him. So the specific studio I plan on going back to record this song, I won't say which one because then you'll probably look it up and find out which person it's about, but it's about the same guy that's that I wrote You and Me about. So it's about that producer. Okay. Yeah, but kind of like it's funny, before I started writing the song, I'm like, I had this concept in my mind. I'm like, I'm going to write a song called Hello Stranger. And to sum it up in a nutshell, it's basically, about someone that you love, not wanting to lose them or not wanting them to become a stranger because you love them.
Yeah.
So, and you're afraid, like, it's like you're afraid that they're going to become a stranger and you don't want them to be a stranger to you.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll get into Hello Stranger and we'll be right back. You Can't Sit With Us Radio.